What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the San Antonio Spurs and how many wins do I think the Spurs will have this upcoming NBA season. Now, a season ago, prior to the NBA season kicking off, I did say that the San Antonio Spurs were going to be one of those rebuilding teams, one of those teams that were going to be on the cusp of, a lottery team and things like that. And I was correct. The San Antonio Spurs, I did predict them to win less than 30 games last year, which they did. They only won 22 games out of 82, so their record was 22 and 60. They had a few bright spots. If you want to talk about Kendall Johnson, you want to talk about Vassell, you want to talk about a guy that I really like, and Trey Jones. You want to talk about Zach Collins. I mean, the list goes on and on about guys that were playing relatively, good basketball for them, but didn't equal out to wins. Sometimes when you're a young team, a young core, it takes a lot for you to get certain amount of wins, especially in the NBA, as being competitive as it is in the Western Conference, especially as it was last season. To the fortunes of the San Antonio Spurs from being as bad as they were a year ago, they were able to get the number one draft pick. And in doing so, we all know, right? I had to pause because they were able to draft Victor Wembanyama. I was getting his name wrong a lot a year ago. Hopefully I'm getting it correct this season. Let's not mistake Jeremy Sochan also for the Spurs while I get into Victor for a minute. The San Antonio Spurs were able to draft one of, from what, the analysts, commentators, a person with eyeballs can see, one of the more, just unbelievably talented prospects in NBA history in a very, very long time. Victor is one of those players where in the summer league we've seen him have a bad game, and in the summer league we've seen him be all world. Go for a 27-point performance, dunking, the three, whether it's, him defensively, offensively affecting the game. Now, I say all of that to say, what do I expect not only from Victor, but also the Spurs as a whole this upcoming NBA season? Because one, of course, Greg Popovich is returning, which is very important for what they want to do going forward. They've spoken to the fact that they're not going to rush the process with Victor, so it's going to be a slow grind with him, acclimating him to the NBA style of basketball, different from what he's used to in his home country of France. That style of play, the international style, switching him over to a more NBA style, because during the summer league he was pretty gassed at times, and that's coming from a guy that he didn't have a lot of reps as far as summer league and things like that were concerned. When you look at the Spurs and you look at what could we expect from this team this season, will they be better than they were a year ago? They won 22 games last season. 22. So that's, it's room for improvement there. Do I expect them to win 40 games this year? No, I do not. I don't expect them to win 40 games this year. I'll say they'll be a little bit better than they were a year ago. I don't have Victor Wembanyama winning rookie of the year. Sorry, Spurs fans, I just don't. Honestly, how many games do I see the Spurs winning this season? I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to be nice this year. I believe having a talent like Victor and having another year with their younger core, I see the San Antonio Spurs winning 30 games this year. I see them winning 30 games. I see them going 30-52. A far cry than what they were a year ago, being a 22-win team last season. But ultimately, I don't see them improving to be a team where, we're saying, oh, watch out for the Spurs come April, May, and June. I'm not gonna fall victim to that. I am not gonna fall victim to that at all. But what I am going to say is it's going to be improvement, because you're going to have a team that's better together, get a training camp together, preseason together, things like that. You get a talent like a Victor Wembanyama, and ultimately you see where things thin and lies with what you have, with the product that you put out there. Don't sleep on a lot of guys, man, on the Spurs. Their roster is definitely one that I feel like, as far as young cores go, is going to get better as they grow together. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Spurs fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to the channel. This is Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.